Hey, what's going on? You're here with Eating Tech Meal, and right now what we're going over is really we're going to be checking a look at this engine block. This is right now, I guess it's like a mix of, you know what I'm saying, because it's still got the old pan in here, and right now I'm attempting to take the old pan out. So this is from my NPR that I was driving, all in logistics, and as you can see, yeah, a lot of coolant got into it, and long story short, I try to put some epoxy on it to at least get back home. I wasn't able to do it, and I had to essentially, hold on one second. Just get on my nerves. Well, it's gonna be like that for a second. All right, it's okay. All right, yeah. So essentially, you know, this is all beat up and everything. Got a hole. I had to beat this in a little bit, and right now I'm gonna try to attempt to take this piece off. After I take that piece off, we're gonna check it, take a closer look at it. Got a little juice in it. So now we can take the oil pan off. Remember, most times with oil pans, it comes with a gasket. So it's gonna be oil pan and gasket. I know an easy way to take this off. What I'm gonna do, oh, you know what? It's still one more nut. I'm glad I ain't try to, so still one more nut. So I got to do a little bit more extra bending and things of that nature. All right, with that being said, let me hook you back in. You got enough. See if it can reach. Sorry, let me take that off for a second. See, got a little juice on it, not too much. So at this point, take it off, and we know there's going to be a gasket. Jeez. Ooh. See that? This is straight like piston destruction. All that silver. Yeah, this engine was destroyed. This is definitely a piston. Particles of a piston. So yeah, ain't no way I was gonna get this thing rolling. with that piston being the way it was. Working on 5 and not 6, I guess. Yeah. But you know, I want to keep the scraps with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attempt to put this back on top of it and roll it over and then take it out. I foresee it's gonna be a slight issue, but let's see where it's gonna be an issue right here. That's that hangout. Once you get there, that's not horrible. So yeah, we're gonna flip it around so that way I can get that piston, whatever's left of that valve and piston, I'll be able to keep as neat as I can. So, looking at this ain't nothing but metal pieces of the pistons and the valve stems. All right. This is most likely the culprit of the piston that was completely destroyed. See, even more parts of it fell out. So yeah. Definitely parts of the piston that was destroyed right here. So, so looking at this, these are the stems right here and the imprints of the stems. This is the piston, the rings, the what do they call them? The cylinder walls, the cylinder. This is the cylinder, the top deck. The top surface, and a lot of times you have to machine these in a sense because you know this thing is completely dirty, you know. So my ideal is probably to even take the pistons out, or at least like the pistons is not worth anything. Like I'm gonna take this one out at least, or at least try to replace it. If that it's only one piston that's broke, it seems like. So outside that, see, we still got, yeah, this is a beautiful set. We got the lifters. All right. Boom. Got the little springs. The, what they call them? The, not the ARPs, but the head studs. These are like the head studs here. Boom. So this will be the cylinder block. This will be the engine block. The water pump used to be here. This used to hold the water pump. Then the part that has the fan clutch on top of this, where, you know, that's where this is. This is all the front stuff. And then this is top. This is the exhaust manifold right there. That's the exhaust manifold that's supposed to go on top of it. So with the exhaust manifold on top, then we have the cylinder, what they call them? I guess it's a cylinder blocks right here. Boom, boom. Then we have the pistons. We have the rods. Yeah, the piston rods and the valve rods right here. And then we have the lifters. is this the ECM or something? It's just like, I forgot what it is. It's an acronym or whatever that they normally use. And you notice, got a lot of little debris, a lot of junk. See that? A lot of it right there. A lot of it. And then got a lot of metal shavings. So maybe we can salvage the engine block, but as far as trying to salvage this is dead. Let's go ahead and flip it to the other side. Okay. Oh yeah, then the oil filter, not the oil filter, but the oil dipstick cylinder. As you see how the dipstick cylinder goes. If you remember, we just took off the oil pan. Give me 2 seconds to lower you down. All right. We took off the oil pan, and from the oil pan right here, this was all sitting here, and all the dipstick is doing is like sticking is the stick down, and it's determining the level. So that's all of that is. And after that, as we see, we about to flip this over. But yeah, so this is like, yeah, let's flip this over. Even more metal pieces is coming out. So we're gonna put it to a side. All right, so lift you up a little bit. Get you the best view you can get. All right, so again, this is was this sucking up? Is this where the gas is, the oil, or it sucks up the oil, I guess, in here, then comes in and shoots up. So that's what that's about. We got the main bearings, the rod bearings in the middle. The main bearings is up over here. Pistons. Man, this thing is dirty. And after that, shoot. This right here is the camshaft or crankshaft. I think this is the camshaft. This is the camshaft right here. I believe this is the camshaft. And then on top, there should be another one. Or maybe not. So maybe it's in here I'm thinking of. You know. Yeah, this is the crankshaft. Front. Boom, 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 boom. Easy to take this off. Then we have the oil filter. All right. And remember, the oil filter is generally on the very bottom. Sometimes it might be on the side, but, you know, not often. Like the Camaros, they do have it on the top, but most times it's only going to be on the bottom or near the bottom for the most part. But yeah, so eventually we're going to clean this engine. All right, we're going to clean this engine and get it where it need to be. All right. But yeah, let me put it to up top real quick so we can get a top angle, and then we'll call it quits. See that milkiness? Yeah, it had coolant go get into it. What we'll probably try to do eventually is try to find the stress factors of this. You know, of course, cleaning is going to be one of the biggest things. So we're going to go through the process of cleaning it and going from there. Yeah, forgot about the spark plugs. So the spark plugs right here, and then the exhaust system. Or the exhaust goes out here. Then on the other side, the exhaust is on the other side as well. Where, yeah, and then right here is the other cylinder head. That's the other cylinder head right there. So this is all the components that came from the NPR 2002 engine. All right. So I look forward to cleaning this engine block out up, and in a sense, all it's really going to be is a shell. As far as the other little components, I'll probably try to clean them up. I do have a GMC 2005 that has a similar engine, because, you know, the GMCs and NPRs are really the same thing, the same kind of engines and things of that nature. So I will be having a few of these components on standby. And after that, outside dealing with this engine, we're going to play around with it, look at it, and try to figure out. We already know what happened. One of the pistons basically broke. And after the pistons broke due to the heat from being on the road with a lot of, heat buildup. Because overheating is one of the key main failures that's going to stop your vehicle from running. All the other failures we can really work with, but once it start really overheating, that's when like electronic parts start messing up. That's when the engine, that's when the cooling system starts messing up. Everything starts messing up when it's overheating. So oftentimes this is the result of your vehicle overheating. In this case, if you notice, it's very milky, meaning that some coolant probably got into it, and then from there, because what happened was the coolant was at zero, like when this happened. So, and what happened was I put a little bit of coolant in the night before, and then apparently it wasn't enough. I just assumed that, it was enough, but it wasn't. And then, but yeah, man, I hope y'all learned a little bit being in the shop with me. And after that, we're going to basically, I got the 1999 Internationals coming, so I'm going to have to work on that truck. Then I have the blue box I'm be working on as far as that truck, getting the transaxle right on that. Until I get that transaxle and the paperwork all the way right, I'm not going to be driving it, because then it's going to be too easy to impound. So those are two things I'm looking out for, is working on the International 1999, which will be going back into service as far as getting those loads. It's going to be a 99 with 400-some thousand miles. I'm hoping to at least get 60,000 miles out of it. And after it hits about 500,000, I will be looking to sell it for the most part. I will be looking to get the box right. And then we're going to have fun fixing the box. We're going to have fun fixing the truck and maintaining the truck. And then eventually I'm going to sell it for a price, or I'm going to keep it running, depending on, and I'm always going to have it for sale while it's running. Even the blue box, I have it for sale right now, but I don't have no intention of selling it. But the reason I have it for sale is because if you got $8,000 for it, shoot, I go ahead and find another blue box. That's just my thought process, so that's where I'm at right now. If somebody come and buy the F-350 real quick before I get it on the road by the summertime, they come up with their little $8,000, $7,000, shoot, go ahead and buy. If they hit that seven enough, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get another one to work on. You know what I mean? But yeah. So outside of those, so one of the main reasons why I kept this engine is because to be able to show y'all what's going on. And another one is to get donor pieces, because I replaced this engine with a 99 engine, and in order to put it into the NPR, and the PCM brain did not take. So because the PCM brain did not take, I'm calling it quits on it, and I'm about to get a welder to weld it off, which y'all will be seeing. And then after he welds it off, I'll be selling the lift gate for $750,
to 1200, or I will be taking it and bringing it to the next truck that needs it. So that's going to be my two options of what I got going on. But yeah, so when it comes down to these engines, just a few things. Make sure that your oil filter is taken care of, and make sure you're checking your dipstick out. All right, those are two main things that the minimum things you need to do. And make sure when you're checking your dipstick, make sure it does not have this milky coolant oil in it like mine has. And then also check the top of the cap, because the top of the cap, it tells you what kind of oil is needed. That's one thing I do appreciate about the top of the cap. It does tell you what oil is needed. Also, it tells you the that's really it. And you can take the top off, and then you look at the top. After you look at the top, you evaluate and see what's going on with that oil. If the oil is milky, run away. You know, if you're about trying to buy it. If it's milky and it's yours, you might have to do some real corrective maintenance, which might cost you a pretty penny. So yeah. But yeah, so you see these right here, these are the pistons, the main bearings. These are the rod bearings in the middle. The main bearings are the ones on the outside. Yeah. All right, well, I look forward to meeting y'all back up in the back porch, and let's go ahead and have a great one. All right.